African Voices Radio presents David Adodo Show.
Why? It's an African one. Yeah.
Beats by Amateur.
Yeah, me I like it. Something so. This my African hands them gon' love you. Yeah. My African lips them gon' kiss you. Whoa. My African hips get down to you. Whoa. My African legs them gon' run to you. Whether you come here to break dance, I be you come here to shake hands. You come here to make plans. Never would it reach as motherland. Whether you come here to rock West, I be not to find good, everything they never would it reach as motherland. Anywhere you go, London, USA, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Anywhere you go, New York, Chicago, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Biko eruya wayo, wayaka, karibu kiti, utapewa nini? Ayayaya, weruya wayo, wayaka, karibu kiti, utapewa nini?
This my African artists will love you. This my African arms they will squeeze you. Yeah. My African ears will listen to you. My Kenyan legs will run to you. Yeah. Now come on, umekuja ku break down. Umekuja ku get down. Umekuja ku take chance. Hakuna matata eh. Kama umekuja kulipa kupiga densi hapo ulipo kata kiuno anywhere you go, London, USA, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Anywhere you go, New York, Chicago, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home.
If it's 8 o'clock in Lagos, Nigeria, it must be time for African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show is the voice of Africa, bringing you news, culture, entertainment, Afrobeat, activism, and so much more. But no politics. Well, maybe just a little politics, but the gang is all here and David Adodo is ready to go. Tell your friends, tell your family. It's time for African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. Now, please welcome our host, our prince, Tunde Phillips.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the show. We missed everybody last week. We could not, for some reason, we could not get together last week, so we couldn't hold the show for some technical reason. However, we're all here today. I hope everybody had a safe week. I hope everybody is doing well. With me on the show today, of course, I have our able Mr. David Adodo. You can see me sporting his black polo T-shirt, looking like $1 zillion.
Always dressed to impress. I was going to add that in the liner opening up, that David Adodo was dressed to impress and ready to go. So.
And you know why? Because he thought I wasn't coming today.
Oh, look at us. Oh, he sneaked up on us. Oh, my goodness. That's a good surprise. That's a very good surprise. Well, of course, we also want to acknowledge the presence of the chief himself. Chief, how are you doing, sir? You're muted. If you can unmute yourself.
Good evening and welcome to David Adodo Show. It's been a while. I hope you guys are okay.
Yeah, we're doing well amidst the it's still a pandemic, but they're beginning to lift certain restrictions here and there. So people are beginning to move around a little bit freer than we used to do before. Mr. Charles, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. My brother.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes, and then like you said, we have not been on air last weekend. We miss everybody. We really apologize for for that. And then one thing that I want to say is this: please, I know that Tunde, I don't know if you anyway. We owe some people that we should have gotten in touch with, but we've been so busy. There's so much going on. I still have the name of those 3-4 people, and I promise you, please, I promise you that we'll get back to you on Monday. Okay, Tunde, please, really on behalf of David Adodo Show, I apologize. It's been so busy for us, for everybody, that we couldn't get to that. But that Mother's Day gift is coming, and it's gonna be there by Monday. Okay, thank you, guys.
Okay, great. So for everybody who called in on Mother's Day to win the prize, unfortunately, like Mr. Charles said, I'm just reiterating everything that he said. We have not been able to reach out to you. Like he said, we've been busy. Be rest assured that you will get what your gifts this week. If Mr. Charles promised you something, it's going to happen. He's a very reliable person, so don't worry, you're going to get it this week.
What are you trying to imply?
I have not said anything yet to Mr. Adodo. Mr. Charles, did you hear that? I have not implied anything yet. Back here in the United States, the issue has been the coronavirus. We're talking about we're going to get maybe a booster shot sometime down the line. They're looking into the possibility of a booster shot, and some other companies are working to see if they can merge the flu shot, which you get every year, and the coronavirus shot together. So you get one shot, and it takes care of everything. So we're still encouraging people to go out and get vaccinated, take the shot, regardless of the vaccine that is available to you. Just take the shot. At least take the shot. And the government is making huge progress. The numbers are increasing daily. I do not have the official numbers with me now, but people have been responding and taking the corona vaccine shot, which is also helping decreasing the spread of the virus. So for those that are still hanging in the wings, this is the best. Just go ahead and take the shot. Protect yourself. No matter all the controversy behind it, go ahead and take that shot. And then take the shot and then argue. At least you're allowed to argue. So don't. So that would be the best way to go. So that's where we are. Mr. Adodo, how was your week?
Oh, it's wonderful, wonderful. Even though it's very sad. It's been yesterday was a terrible day, and we allow you to handle that issue. It's very, very sad. I love Nigeria. I stand for United Nigeria. I'm not for the fractionalization of Nigeria, for the division of Nigeria. So anything that happens in that very country bothers me a lot, because I know when Nigeria was very, very good, I know how life was. So what happened yesterday, you are the host, so you can talk more about that, but it's very, very sad.
Yes, Chief is here with us. Chief will give us the up-to-date information. We're talking about the plane crash in which we lost a lot of high-level military officials that happened in Nigeria. Chief.
Yes, very sad day for the country. It's Black Friday. We affected tragedy. But unfortunately, there's something that must be corrected immediately in our aviation industry. Each time there's bad weather, we used to have serious crash. I remember the death of the Sultan of Sokoto, Laji Masido. It was as a result of bad weather. The death of our own dear Professor Clad Eke. It was as a result of bad weather. This one again, bad weather, rain. Does it rain in other climes all over the world? Must there be rain and serious crash, especially a military jet? Well, it has happened, but would the aviation industry need to look at that critically and see what is wrong with our aviation industry when it comes to bad weather? Just like in our electricity, like in our DSTV, our satellite, just in anything, when there's bad weather, when there's rain, we have serious injuries. Unfortunately, that chief of army staff was appointed about 115 days ago. He was a young man, a man who was born in 1966. Unfortunately, he died where he was born. He was born in Kaduna, and he died in Kaduna. The rumor that came first was that his wife was also in the flight, but it has been debunked, and we know that that's not true. Other crew members went with him, distinguished brigadier generals, including his own ADC. Well, serious strategy. Despite that, Nigeria lost great men. But this is not the first time we are losing gallant soldiers. The Ejigbo tragedy is still very fresh in our memory, when we lost a corps of very intelligent, gallant soldiers, and they crashed into the Ejigbo stream during the days of Ibrahim Babangida as president of Nigeria. All these are memories that we shouldn't be having anymore. Remember the Bermuda Triangle, where people like Major General Mohammed died. All these crashes that involve our military men, they are heroes. They were buried today as heroes. But we don't need to lose men like that all the time. So we need to check what is wrong with our aviation industry, especially when it concerns military jets. Thank you. You should know that in the past 3 months, we have lost 3 military jets. We have lost about 17 to 18 men in the past 3 months. That's not too good for a nation.
Wow. And then we would think that, yes, it's a lot of, it's sad. It is really sad. Not too long ago, we were talking about 3 pilots that died. Now again, this, I don't understand. You would think that the military, but they always blame bad weather. I want to believe that they have certain logistics. They just don't get up and fly. If the weather is bad, it's always best not to fly. Even here in this country, we want to travel. The weather is bad. They hold the flights. Nobody takes off. So I do not know what parameters or what the issues or why they had to fly in the bad weather. I don't know. Or maybe they didn't check the weather before they fly. That's another issue. But all that protocol, all that system someone needs to sit down and take a look at it and say, that if the weather is not good, do not fly. We lost Kobe Bryant due to bad weather. They flew in the bad weather, they crashed and they died. It's the same thing, bad weather. We have to find a solution to this bad weather situation and flying. If you're already in the air, there's nothing you can do. But before you fly, if it's bad weather, it's advisable to just stay back, not to fly. Mr. Adodo, I was going to.
Yes, it's what a tragedy. What a tragedy for the Nigerian army and for the entirety of the country, for Nigeria as a whole. Or this, it's not only General Tahiru that is involved. Yes. There are other generals. I think there are 3 other generals, flight lieutenants, and some other ranks that were involved. And there's a story out there. There's a news out there that there's one Taiwo, one of the flight Taiwo, who he just did his introduction in February, trying to get married, and he died in this crash. And there's another flight lieutenant Olufade. He got married actually in February, and he died in this flight. So it's a very, very sad thing. I'm so saddened. And when you consider the country, the way the country is right now, these are the northerners and the southerners that are involved in this crash. And when in the military, in a battlefield, there's no northerner, there's no southerner. The goal is to win the war. And when all these people are together, they work in unity. They work as one. So when our politicians, things that they do, it really saddens me. It really saddens me. The nepotism or the discrimination, it's killing Nigeria. killing Nigeria. Men like this that pay the ultimate. You know, they did that for a united Nigeria, and I just hope that our leaders, you know, will learn a lesson from all these and try to do that which is right for the country. No reasonable patriot, no reasonable patriot of want a division of Nigeria, and all these gentlemen are patriot. So it's really a sad situation. And General Tahiro, he just came in like the chief said, not even up to 4 months ago. Understand? And he promised that he was going to, raise the morale of the soldiers, the officers and men of the Nigerian army, and he was doing well, until this happened. I hope there's going to be a serious investigation into what actually happened, because there's already a rumor out there that two people parachuted, when the plane was circling. Maybe Chief has heard about it, I don't know. When the plane was somersaulting, people on the ground thought maybe just acrobatic display. Then two people, ejected with their parachute from the plane, and those people landed. Somebody was pointing out the place where they landed, and they have to, if that is the truth, that those people should be questioned. So, what happened? You understand? So it's a big blow for Nigeria.
Yeah, you see, when issues like this come up, they become very top security issues. The one you just mentioned may not be a fact, and nobody can also say that it's not a fact, because when it concerns serious security issues, they shield some information from we, the ordinary civilians, and the masses. But all things being equal, you see, Nigerians are quick to suspect, because a chief of army staff that was just appointed and is working tirelessly to see that there's an end to insurgency, there's an end to secessionist accusation and all that. And suddenly there was a crash and he died. Nigerians won't hold their hands. They will look at things from their own angle, especially that we have a government that does not give information freely. When you don't give information freely to the public will insinuate, and the insinuation brings about rumor brings about hate speeches, division within the ranks and files of not only the civilians, but even the military themselves. So, you see, one thing is common, and that is the fact that when a man joins the military, it does not cost any political party. You can't be a military man and say, I'm PDP tomorrow, I'm APC, just like our governors are doing. In my client where I come from, Yoruba land, they told we look for a very, very cold environment and jump into. That's what our politicians do. But these military men are patriots. When they join the military, they fight as one. Unfortunately, yes, but the issues that we have at hand now over Nigeria does not indicate that the military is even one. So there is bound to be suspicion. There's bound to be division. The nepotistic tendencies of our leaders has brought about division even within the ranks and files of the military. We have seen where Air Force men on the streets of Lagos are fighting policemen. We have seen where naval officers went to attack immigration officers right in front of their offices. All this does not indicate what the Nigerian military or the Nigerian security architecture or the Nigerian security organization used to be. But in recent times, there has been division. For the first time in the history of this nation, we have a total division in every strata of our national life. So the rumor is allowed because government does not give information freely. Thank you.
Yes, that is true. That is one thing that is very common, and especially in governments in Africa and in Nigeria to be particular. they find it very hard to put information out. I do not know what that information would. Is that going to be something that is going to of national security or what? It's just I don't know. They don't put, and like you said, Chief, they don't put information out, and so that makes it very difficult. People will come up and say all kinds of things, and when they start saying these things, they will start finding facts and putting things together and say, yes, that is what happened. And then the story is twisted and everything is upside down, and we don't really get the truth. From the health of the president, you are going to be the leader of a country. Your health is very paramount. They don't put that out there. We don't know if our president is healthy or not. You know, nobody knows. We know nobody is healthy 100%, but we should know that our president has some level of, health, some level of that is going to be okay to rule us as a nation. When he falls sick, we just know that he goes to hospital. That's all we know. Nobody tells us why he's going to the hospital, what he's going to the hospital for, what is, And it's the same thing with the entire government. Information is held back. And when you don't give people the information, it's a problem. And when journalists go looking for information, the first thing they pick up on are the rumors. And once they pick up on the rumors, they do a diligent job as best as they can to find the facts. You shut the door in their face. So what will people do? They'll go with whatever they can get, unfortunately. But one question I want to put to you, Chief, which is also a rumor that I'm trying to confirm, is that is General Babangida dead or alive?
Well, it's a simple thing. In the north, you can't hide the death of a very prominent person because they have to be buried immediately. Even the one that was hidden cannot be hidden forever. And that was the May 5th incident of our dear President Musa Yar'Adua, who died sometimes ago. You see, it is not, Babangida can probably be in a very bad medical condition right now, but it's not there. If he is, the Hausa Muslims that I know where he comes from won't hide it. He must be buried. If he died in the AM, he must be buried that evening. If he died in the evening and the dust has cast out, he must be buried the next day. So Babangida is alive.
Wow. Well,
yes, Tunde.
Yes.
You see, listening to all, you see, one thing here that we've just said about Nigeria is withholding. They try to withhold information which leads to rumor. And once there's rumor, what else can you hold on to talk about? Because all these things, people have to talk about it. You say something about, looking about this security issue with our Air Force, the Chief of Staff, and this person is supposed to be part of this security that we're talking about, okay? And our president cannot come out. You see, the thing is this, I don't know, did they really listen to people? Do Nigerian government listen to the people that are governing, to know what they want? Because if you don't give people information and they go out seeking for information, these are the things that you get. Have they made any statements about this chief security officer? No. And guess what? Now people are saying things. It might be true, it might not, but they allow these things. Up to today, we don't have information about our security operatives, about insurgency. No. All we keep hearing is that the presidency is doing something about it. The presidency has given instruction. When and where he gave that instruction, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Are they making phone calls? I mean, it's just, but like Dave said, rightly said, Nigeria will probably remain together. And I think together we will do better. This thing is going to come and go. It is not that easy. It is not, it will be taking Nigeria back. Not that we are moving forward anywhere, but I think we're better off. We're going to be better off going through this wave, but not based on what some people believe. Our ministers are talking just like it's unbelievable. Where are you going to start? If a minister of justice will come out and say the kind of things he said, just like that. I know, Chief, I know you have more information on this, but that statement where you are in a position, there are certain things you don't talk, regardless whether it's truth or not. I'm sorry, Tunde, but it's just unfortunate. Go ahead.
It's okay. I want Chief to respond to the comments of the minister, the Minister of Justice.
Malami is not supposed to be a minister for justice or the Attorney General of the Federation. You see, it's unfortunate that tribalism, nepotism, national character is eating deep into our system, and it's eliminating merits. Because the law profession in Nigeria is a very, very respectable profession. And the foremost lawyers and judges of this country, when we go to Tadetu Kumbadimola, we go to Wesley Melias, we go to Kai Williams, we go to Rotimi Williams, we come down to our own Ghani, we talk about Tulu Onokurua, we talk about great men who have been there holding the law profession as the role model for many Nigerians. But unfortunately, it stands senior advocate of Nigeria going so low as to comparing herdsmen, very malicious herdsmen, very violent herdsmen, with very peaceful businessmen who are trading in their own environment peacefully. You make comparisons just because you want to defend a section of the nation. That person is not worth to be a national minister. Not to talk of Minister of Justice, the chief law officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's a shame. Ghani, he was approached severally to become Minister of Justice. He refused. The only man who took it wrongly was Odusola Aina, and he paid for it. You see, the likes of Femi Polano, the likes of Ezekume, they are there. The legal profession is in shambles right now because that's the headship, that's the icon, that's the flagship of legal profession in Nigeria. That office of the Attorney General is something that every Nigerian who is a lawyer will aspire to go to be. So one mediocre is now heading our law entity, and it comes out to say that herdsmen are this and that. Why should you go into that? But I tell you, I don't want to go on this program to tell you that somebody is composing a song, somebody is the orchestra. Malami is not just singing. Malami composition was done to Malami, and Malami was handed the microphone to go and sing. So Nigerians should watch out for them.
Yes, and it was sad when I heard that. I was disturbed that, just like you rightly said, that's the the man that's the number one, all in all of the law, protector of the law, protector of the common man, and he comes out and makes a statement like that. Such statement emboldening. I don't believe in this headsman thing. I call those people terrorists. Such statements emboldening them. That we have the Attorney General behind us, so we can do whatever we want to do. You're not supposed to do that. It's the same thing Gumi was doing. Sheikh Gumi was doing a while ago. He has relaxed now. You're going to negotiate, making with terrorists, telling people that you're lucky that they only kidnap only one or they only shot one person. I mean, those kind of statements are not the kind of statements you should be making. It emboldens them. If anything at all, you should be neutral. You're the Attorney General. You should be neutral and be focused. You should have the same patriotism these soldiers have, that they put on uniforms every day. Have the same patriotism these police officers have, and they put on uniforms every day and go to work and do the diligent job. But for you as the Attorney General to sit down, and he still has that job, it should be taken out. It should have been taken out. I don't know why he still has that position, because it's not effective. If you do not have Nigeria first on your mind, the stability of a country first on your mind, you cannot sit as the Attorney General. It should be taken out because it's not helping us. Mr. Adodo.
Yes. You know, the impunity of the North is what is killing Nigeria. And for a long time, our leaders, the Southern leaders, gave them a free ride to do the atrocities they've been doing. They now feel that it's their birthright, you know, to wallow in impunity. And all of us will just sit down and watch. And I've said it on several shows, even on my platform on Facebook, that these generations of Nigeria, these generation of Nigerians, they are not going to, it's a different ball game entirely. They are not going to condone this nonsense that they have been perpetuating for a very long time. Understand? Even the way the president, you can see it everywhere. Even I know you are going to talk about the southern governors. Everybody is complaining. Everybody is complaining. Before, people's mouths were shut. People just kept quiet and let them do what they want. It's not going to happen anymore. It's not going to look at the way the so-called president. Look at all his security personnel. All Northerners. Even as at last week, when he was in France, he was still appointing Northerners. I'm like, when with the Senate, the National Assembly, wake up to their responsibility and tell this president, they are saying all of these things. They are saying all of these things, and our southern senators and House of Rep, I don't know what is wrong with them. Every time this president submits a name, he submits another name. And these our people, our senators, and our House of Rep officials, they are not saying anything.
Yep, they just approve it. You're right.
Why won't they say no, Mr. President? This is too much. If you don't bring any southerner in here, we are not going to approve this list. Every list that this president sent to this week National Assembly, they are paying their signature to those individuals. Every one of them, they approve. When are they going to wake up? Is it that they have been given money to keep their mouth shut? And these same people, in another 4 years, they will go back to their constituencies, right, and say, vote for me. Vote for me. And the average Nigerian, out of hunger and frustration, no food, they give you one sachet of spaghetti. It will go queue up and vote for these people. So when they continue to do that, what do you expect? The impunity will continue. That is the situation that we found ourselves in Nigeria. Before, I just want to go back to the gentlemen that were killed in this flight. What is the plan of the Nigerian government for their family? What is the plan of the Nigerian government? Right now, everybody is talking about this family. Right now, everybody is mourning. All these politicians that stole billions of money are sending condolences. Nobody is sending part of the billion that they stole to this family that died for Nigeria. None of them is sending millions. None of them is sending millions to this family. I don't even know if the federal government will take care of these people till pay their school fees and everything. That is the country that we find ourselves. This is the country that we find ourselves. So I will wish that the federal government will do something for these people that died for Nigeria. I wish they will do something for them, set up, a fund for the children of these young men if they have children, or help the women that they got married to, or just do something for these people. Let their memory remain forever. You know, that's all I want to say about that, because I'm so touched by the death of these people.
Mr.
Yes, Chief.
Mr. Tunde,
Yes, Chief.
I want to take you up on the last time you were talking, Mr. Tunde, you said that the Fulani people will feel, the terrorists will feel that they have the Attorney General behind them. They don't feel they have the Attorney General behind them. They feel they have the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria behind them. And Mr. Adodo, when you look at welfare packages, people die for Nigeria every day. Every day. There is some information that we got that is so certain. A policeman, as I will do here now, policemen were killed in Rivers State. One of them survived. Ordinary hospital bill could not be paid by the government. Let me give you this information. Those who died yesterday, some people are already agitating to take over their official quarters. Because poverty is so heightened that some people are already seeing them gone. They are applying for their official quarters. They want their family driven out. It happens in police barracks every day. They will go and instigate the quartermaster general of the barrack to eject. They will go and bribe. They have to know the family is no more. They are not serving the government anymore and all that. And they will eject them. You see, the system is so corrupt and so many things are happening. Where is the welfare package for policemen who die on duty every day? Where is the welfare package for military men who die every day? The military men are killed by insurgents, their policemen are killed by herdsmen, they are killed by robbers every day. Is there any special package you have seen? At a time in the history of this country, Dr. Kenny Martin came up with an idea. Of course, that idea was also by Joe Agarite, my dear friend who died in the Bellevue airline. They came up with welfare package for Nigerian police. But it was hijacked by government and later disbanded. Nothing happened. You see, if today anybody died for this country, either as a footballer, as a military man, there should be a special package for them. Some of us died on the field. His family lamented forever. Joseph Joseph had an accident. Footballer. And this thing, that's why you see there's no commitment. Even the military men we are talking about now, there's no commitment anymore. Because when you die in vain. Those who died yesterday are celebrated. Where is our dear Arun, the lady that was killed? Where is the case? Where is where initially we are hearing they are being prosecuted? Who is following up? All these things happen every day. This is just one out of many that happen every day. So what we should clamor for, you see, Malami, let me quickly go back to Malami. I blame the Nigerian lawyer at this moment for Malami still retaining his position. We have thousands and thousands of lawyers in this country. The legal workers, every country they held us up. There's no legal thing working, no court. People, if you want to protect the future of lawyers in this country, who will aspire to become friends, look at the Facebook, look at the social media. They started writing senior advocate of no sense. Senior advocate of no sense. That is already bringing down that position. That if Malami can be a stand, what is the need for Asani to be a stand in Nigeria? But to protect that position, Nigerian lawyers should do something immediately. Either to go on strike, to demand for the removal, Nigerian Bar Association should demand for the removal of that man as the head of the law system in this country. Otherwise, that profession has been me. That succession has been brought by Malami. That's my submission.
Mr. Charles, I see you raise your hand.
Yes, Tunde. I have something for Chief, based on what Chief have said. Is it because that the Nigerian government does not have in their books about, the benefits for people that die while on duty? Is it that they don't have it in books, or they don't carry out those things that they have in the books? What do you think? I mean, I don't know the rule. I don't know, but I will believe that there's package for anybody that died while on service. But at least they should have started. I know in this country they started by lowering the flag or something like this happen. Usually they start from there, but the family always get a pack. I don't know. What do you think from your own experience in Nigeria? You guys are there. I don't know.
Tunde is not there.
Police force. For the Nigerian police, when a man dies, I don't know of any at the rank, but they usually give the wife 500,000 naira, which they will go there for more than before they get. Eventually, when they get it, they will tax them. They will take this. They will take that. I don't want to go into what I don't know the details. So I think whether there's a book or not is not working. We write so many books in this country. We write national policy, we write education policy, we write all sorts of policies in this country that we don't actualize, that we don't practice. So if the book is existing, it will be a book that should have been reviewed. I can tell you, if there's anything that says there's a welfare package for military men who die on duty, is not envisaging this kind of thing that we are looking at today. Maybe that thing was written about 25 or 30 years ago, and they are still applying it for today. I read the national youth policy that was written. Nigerian youth are on the street taking in all sorts of drugs. And the national youth policy that I read is meant for youth of the youth of us, we who listen to our parents, we who cannot go out without telling our parents. That is the kind of youth policy that was written, not for youth of today. So the policy, the thing you are talking about, books, there are books that have expired in Nigeria. They should not apply to modern day issues. When you say when a man dies, do you know they still call people, even our laws, our fines in court is still very meager. When people so much, they fine the person so much. When it should have changed, there should have been a review of our policies. But whether there's a welfare package or not, I'm sure that welfare package is not applying to present situation of our security men that we are losing daily. When you say when a policeman dies on duty, his family takes 500,000, and that is a life settlement. There should be an insurance policy that will pay for the school fees of the children, of the wife for life, not a one-off payment of 500,000 that family members are already waiting for the wife and the children. When they get out of the pension office where they go to collect it, there will be fights. We have seen it so much. So how much is 500,000 naira when a man dies on duty? All those does not apply. How much is 500? When the man was alive, the bribe he takes at the checkpoint in a year is more than 500,000. So what are you talking about? That's why he will continue to take bribe, because even when he dies, he knows that his family will not get the 500,000 naira. So he wants to take it himself. I remember a case of a man who was to retire in Zaria, and he stole so much government money that when they told him in court, he said his retirement is in 6 months, that he will not get his retirement. So he stole that money, they should go and remove the rest from his retirement. So that's the situation we have today in Nigeria. Welfare package or no, they don't apply to present day situation.
If they cannot even pay civil servants, retired civil servants, their pensions, I'm not surprised they can't pay. There's no package for folks. It is not right. That is why I keep saying that these police officers and these are the most patriotic people in that country. Because you have the situation, all these things going on. Yes.
There are severe packages for politicians, governors, senators, out of there, and when immediately they lose the election, they pay them off.
Yes.
Surveillance packages, different types that are huge. They pay them off. Governors will receive big money, senators will receive surveillance packages, and they even take everything in their office. They take away their cars, they take away their the stuff in their offices, they take away this, they take away that. They monetize everything they ask them to take away. Don't forget, they even monetize their quarter. Where they live, they tell them to, from the surveillance package, they will monetize it, they will give them change and say they are bought the government quarter. So, and if somebody is now a civil servant for 35 years, you are a senator for 4 years. A civil servant for 35 years, he will steal money. The policeman who wants to serve for 35 years, he will steal money. Because he knows that even when he retires, he won't get that pension on time. He may not get it until he dies.
Yes.
So we need to sit down and look at our problems from the bottom so that we can solve a lot of problems in this country.
Yes, you're very right, Chief. It is so sad. Even the government participation in the burial of the people, I don't understand. It's the chief of army staff is there. The president is not present at the funeral. I don't get it. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, Mr. Adodo.
Yeah, talking about these officers. There is, remember the young lady, the first Nigerian female pilot that died in that accident where somebody hit her.
Yes.
You know, I was reading some weeks ago that even the parents, the father and the mother, they are very surprised at the slow pace of the court system. They've not, charged anybody. They've not been to court. They're giving them, since that time, they've been giving them the runaround. And this is what talking about. You will think, is it maybe because the person that did that is a Londoner? And there should be some hidden agenda. She was a pilot. Maybe she was carrying out missions against Boko Haram. And they used that gentleman that to go and hit her car and killed her. So, the process, the judicial system down there is not pursuing this case rigidly. Prone to they are not falling, carrying it along head on. So that is just the way Nigeria is. And this young man that died, I can pretty much, Charles was talking about books. Just like the chief said, there is nothing that is not in the books in Nigeria. Everything is in the books. But the execution of those things that are in the book, that is the problem. Money will be allocated. Even these men are dead. I can tell you, people in charge of the money to give to them will even take the money. They will steal the money. The money that you're supposed to give to people that died for Nigeria, their colleagues will still steal the money. Still, you know how many soldiers that have died that the family were not compensated? What happened to those money? What happened to those money? The officers in charge of the money steals the money. Steals the money. It is very pathetic that in not just a soldier, a police, and people in uniform, we know some of them take bribes. We know some of them take bribes, but they serve the country. If you know what it takes to be a soldier, when you see a soldier, you will always salute him. I was in the Nigerian army. The training in Nigerian army depot in Zaria is unbelievable. And when these young officers graduate, they are not well paid. A soldier will be in the field, for for weeks and months, no shower. No shower. How many civilians can do that? We say, yes, they are trained to do the job, but they are not well compensated. Talking from experience. When I was in Nigeria Army, uniform, the quartermaster that's supposed to give you uniform will not give you the uniform. You will have to buy. You have to give him money to give you uniform, to give you boot. You have to buy the boot. Your khaki, then we were using khaki. Your khaki, we have the map of the whole world at your back because you have to starch it. When you starch it, that stuff will interact with sweat. You will see the map of the whole world all over you. Before you know it, the khaki will tear. You will start patching because you are not even paid enough to buy another khaki. Whereas the quartermaster is stealing the money. In Ojo Cantonment, where I was, our houses were built of zinc. Zinc. In the heat of the sun. Oh my God. You can't even stay in there. And you have holes in this zinc. In the night, you will be seeing the moon and the stars. I'm being honest. And they call them bacha. We call them bacha. So I don't know if they gave Abacha, the late Abacha, money to build those houses, and they built bachas. That's why they call it bacha. I don't know. That was the situation when I was in the Nigerian Army. And I was very stubborn. I was complaining, I was fighting. I was always in the guard room. Always in the guard room. Always in the guard room when I do frog jump for you. Kit bag at the front, kit bag at the back, and I will be doing frog jump. When I pee sometimes, it's like blood. That was how I ran away. I don't think the situation has improved with our men and women in the military. Things have to change. Things have to change for our men and women in the military. They are paying the ultimate price. It is hard. The National Assembly do something reasonable for them. A senator, look at how much a senator makes. Look at how much a senator makes. Retirement and everything. No soldier makes in 10 years. In 10 years, what a senator makes in 1 year. No soldier makes in 10 years what a Nigerian senator makes in 1 year. Why? Why? And the little that is supposed to be given to them is taken from them. To the National Assembly. And Nigerians should wake up. Nigerians should wake up and fight for the men in uniform. Go out there and fight for the men in uniform. They are paying the ultimate price for every one of us. Look at what is going on with Boko Haram right now. Our men are on the field. There are even some soldiers that are even leaking information to Boko Haram. Some, because they don't have enough money, somebody will bribe them and they will sell their brothers. And these soldiers, the one that are sold, they will go into the war front, not knowing that their information has been given to the enemy, and it will all be crushed. Understand? So I think the National Assembly should do something to help our men and women in uniform that are fighting for a united Nigeria. Over to you, Tunde.
Yes, Mr. Adodo, it's very touching. I don't believe in this National Assembly. This is just boys' club. They just go there, show up when they want to show up. They can't do anything. They just come. Some days they come there, they're sleeping in the chair when somebody is talking. They go there and then they make, unreasonable, proclamations and say things that is just out of this world. I don't believe in this National Assembly. They can't do anything. That's just a group of guys getting together to go there, and then they go. Because if you are a lawmaker, first and foremost, you have to respect the law. When you don't respect the law, then you cannot be a lawmaker. And that goes for all sphere of professions in Nigeria. everything in the government. The government is the one who breaks the law more than the ordinary citizen, the average citizen. And when they break the law, the citizens see it. So why will I, as an ordinary citizen, not break the law if they are doing it? You know, what privilege do they have that I don't have? We're all citizens. And that is why I don't blame the policeman on the streets when he takes bribe. Because when he dies, nobody looks out for his family. He has to look out for himself and his family. That's why I don't blame the soldiers. But yet, they still put that uniform on. They still represent that country as soldiers. They still go to war. They still do whatever you ask them to do. We can't have one senator go to war. Let him carry gun and say he wants to go to war. Not even any minister, but they will run their mouths and say all kinds of rubbish. All of them, they will run their mouths and say, and everybody seems like they're scared. You took an oath. You took an oath to serve that country. You took an oath when you were appointed. You did whatever you did. You got elected. You took an oath. How many of them live by the oath that they take? Doctors live by the oath that they take. As bad as it is for doctors, they still try. As bad as healthcare is not good, they still do what they can within the environment that they have. They are very excellent doctors in Nigeria. They took an oath, just like you took an oath. As a senator or House of Rep or whatever your position is, they took an oath. But you don't live by your oath. You go, once you take that oath, you're sworn in, that's it. It's how much money am I going to make from this position? Before how many years? 2 years or 4 years? Let me see how much money I can make. Before you know, you have all these allowances and severances and everything. But the man in uniform, the teachers that teach your children, and at that point, your children don't even go to school in Nigeria anymore. You send them out. And when you do that, you facilitate the economies of the countries you send them to. Their economy goes on while Nigerian economies crash. Because you're sending money out that you should be using to fix Nigerian schools, that you should be using to fix Nigerian hospitals, that you should be using to fix electricity in Nigeria, that you should be using to make life comfortable for the average Nigerian. You send this money. So you're always looking for. You're always going to find a way to steal, always looking for. Because it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough. And so people will now fend for themselves. There's no job in Nigeria. Any job in Nigeria is a job you create for yourself. The government cannot say that, oh, we created 100 jobs last month. No, where is the job? They can't do that. It's the job that the average person creates for themselves. But here in the United States, government can tell you how many jobs were created in 3 months, in the last 6 months, or how many jobs were expected to be created in the next 1 year. You have all those things. These are human beings. They are not spirits. They sit down and they work things out. We can do that in Nigeria. But no. But people don't listen to ordinary red lights at the traffic stop. They run the red lights. Even at the bus stop. This is that government created bus stop. They don't do bus stop. They do bus stop in the middle of this and hold up traffic. So it goes back, it boils down to us as people. We have to respect the law. If you say stand here, stand there. That's the bus stop. Don't do your bus stop in the middle of the road and hold up the old traffic. You will sit in traffic for 2 hours and I'm wondering what is going on in that hot sun. You will sit in traffic for 2 hours because one downfall driver refused to use the bus stop. I mean, we are all Nigerian. We blame the government. We're all Nigerian. Let us talk about ourselves. So sometimes if the government is wrong, if we can try to do the right thing and let our children see us doing the right thing, maybe things will change tomorrow. You know, we do. Yes, Mr. Adodo.
Yeah, I talking about Nigerian senators. I just have to say something. I know their emolument is very secret. They refuse to tell Nigerians how much they make in a month. They keep telling Nigerians that they are not paid enough, and we know that a Nigerian senator is more paid than the US senator. When you even convert the money, it's way more than the president of the United States makes. A typical example of the lavish lifestyle of a senator, of a Nigerian senator, is a one-time senator called Dino Milaye. That tells you 1 term of a Nigerian senator, 1 term of a Nigerian senator Look at his fleet of cars. I have read a lot about Dulomila. Nobody told me that his grandfather is the Sultan of Sokoto. Nobody told me that his grandfather is the Oni of Ife. Nobody told me that his grandfather is Hebrew. You understand? But this man, in one term, look at his fleets of cars, his wristwatches,
And businesses too.
and businesses. How? And Nigerians are folding their hands and they are clapping hands for this human being. When Nigerians are hungry, I know how many people call me in a week. Those that don't even know, they call me uncle. I don't even know them. Uncle, help me. Uncle, help me. I was okay. The list is long. I will put your name down. And when I get there, I will call the person and say, send me your account number. They will send me. I will send money. They will thank me and thank me. I don't know them. We don't want a state of cannibalism in Nigeria. People are hungry. Nigerians are hungry. The effect of banditry, terrorism, we are now beginning to see it in the food basket. The average Nigerian Gary right now, they say it's in 20-something thousand naira. Maybe per bag or per baby, I don't know, but in some thousand naira. Everything is inflated. A Nigerian senator lavishes money, they spend money, they refuse, they keep their mouth sealed. They don't want Nigerians to know. But at least, from what we are seeing with Dino Milaye, we can say, yes, these people are corrupt through and through. And again, look at Okorocha. Look at the houses that he has. Maybe he was a millionaire or a billionaire before he became a governor. But let us look at how much he was worth. All these senators and governors, let us see how much they were worth before they ran for office. When we are able to determine how much they were worth before they ran for office, at the end of that term, we see how much they have. We know how much they are being paid every month. We just multiply it by 12, then by 4. 12, what they make every month times 12, then times 4 for the 4 years. That gives us a ballpark of how much they are supposed to make, including other stuff added to it. Let us assume that all that money, they didn't spend it, they put in the account. The state was feeding them. Then if anything that is more than what they have for that period of time is a stolen money, then we cannot prosecute them at the end of their so-called stupid immunity. At the end of so-called stupid immunity, we can have them handcuffed. Because people are dying. The average person in Nigeria is dying of hunger and starvation. Then we hold these people for criminal activities against humanity. Nigeria will become a very good place. When you are trying to run for office, you will think, because we have exactly how much you were worth when you came in, and how much you are worth right now. That will bring sanity to the political system in Nigeria, and the average man on the street will be happy.
The first thing they will do is put that money in their child's name.
There's a way.
You have
Tunde.
Yes.
If government really want to do it, all their children, all their wives, whatever. If you are going to run for office, submit the names of your wife. Submit the names, the people that we are going to check. If there are some family, if you put somebody money in your uncle's account, your uncle may say you are the money is already mine, it's not going to give it back to you. So if they want to take the risk of putting it in their uncle's account, the uncles will say, I'm not going to give it back to you. We can do a drag net to see all the accounts, all those people that are close to them. We know how much they are worth. At the end of the day, when they're out of office, we go back to those to trace what is out there. The whole thing is not foolproof.
Yeah.
But it's going to start. We can start from somewhere.
Yeah, it's true. Accountability. That's what we need.
Yes.
Holding people accountable for every office and everything that they do. There's no
maybe Charles and Chief, they can add to what I said.
Yes, Charles, Mr. Charles, he had his hands on.
I think first of all, Tunde, I'm going to thank you very much for this topic, because one thing I realized from what Dave have said now, you know why you and I don't get nothing. Our list is probably down the line. I don't even know that. That's why I keep wondering. Trust me. Now the truth have come out. Why? Every time we'll be wondering, this guy is not trying to give us up. Now you see, now you know where our name is, because there's so many ahead of us. But at least one day we'll get to us. But Dave, the thing is this is not about Nigeria. The question is, do you think they will like this kind of accountability? Because they are the one that will pass that law. Yes. And he talked about their salary for 12 months versus 4 years and all that put together. Dave, that their salary alone. This, I believe that today in Nigerian government, they normally allocate budget to themselves. I just share the money. I'm sure these people are sharing money outside their salary. There's no doubt in my mind that the government of Nigeria, the House, the whatever top level officials, I am 100% sure, and I'm sure, Chief, probably you must have heard about this. These guys share our money. They just call off 2 billion among themselves, just like that for themselves. Because, and you said something, Dave, their salary, remember that these people have all these senators, like all their children, their wives, they are living bigger than themselves somewhere else too. From Nigerian money. They are flying all over the world, their children, they are doing everything, they send them overseas. There's no way their salary will do all those things. And for them to have that kind of houses, I don't care the kind of millionaire they are. Remember these guys, sometimes some of them are not rich. Some of them have worked in the bank, they are managers. It's just the people that pushes them. These guys are people that support them. And the people that support them are the people that do real business. They're probably not in politics. These are the people that have real companies, that have already made money. And these are their godfathers. Some of them, when they start fresh, somebody like this, let's talk, whoever the senator is. The first time he wants to run for that position, it is whoever, somebody is financing them. And once they get in there, believe me, there's no way they can tell me they were that rich before they get in. Nowhere. No Nigerian politician is that rich when he get elected the first time. And then they come out as billionaires. But the thing is that they're not going to do that, Dave. They are not going to set up this kind of accountability. That thing becomes, it's an exclusive club. Exclusive club. They do whatever they want. They share the money. They pay themselves how much they want to pay themselves. State doesn't take care of anybody. You know about this country. You see a senator going on the street, he's paying for his own house. Anytime he's enjoying the state money is when he's at this, when he stays at the state house. It's not all these houses they stay in DC here. Every government, every state has one building that belongs to them. That's it. And that's where they're supposed to stay. If you stay on your own, then it's up to you. You pay for that house or whatever. But in Nigeria, oh, please. You talked about the Okorocha. Look at the next state. There's no way he has that kind of money. No way. There's no doubt that this is not Nigerian money. And this is a small part of it. a small part of it. This is a small part of it. So my fear is that I don't know where we're going because they will not do just something that you just suggested. They are the ones that are making these laws. You rightly said before, every time Buhari will write, will send in a nominee and whatever, nobody ever challenged it. How many of them have you seen? None. None of them. So, and whenever he sends somebody, I believe you, he sends that person with money too. You know? So this people are sharing our money until they can give an account of those things. And that's why they do it, just by, what did they call it? By fire, by what? That's how they enter into those positions.
By fire by force.
Yes,
By fire by force.
Chief.
Yes, that's the
Chief,
Nigerian way. Yeah, Chief, go ahead.
Yes, I love what the chat said. He said the Senate is an exclusive club. Let me tell you something. Whenever we have a new Senate, before they are sworn in, there will be several meetings there and there within the majority party, the minority party, who becomes the next president. And right there, money starts to exchange hands. Money starts to exchange hands. Godfathers will start dishing money to different camps, which they ship them from Sheraton Hotel to Hilton, from Hilton to Chelsea, from Chelsea to Bolingo, all these in Abuja manipulation. From you see camping, they call it camping. So from that time, the Senate member, that the senator, becomes a bride. He sees himself, oh, this is what I'm doing. Before he assumes duty, before he's sworn in, 200 million could have exchanged hands with him. 100 million could have exchanged hands. 50 million could have exchanged hands. So he's already seen himself as, oh, I'm a bride. This is how it goes. So by the time they are sworn in, it becomes a call, unannounced. They fight in the Senate. They talk about us. They talk about our problems. They talk about Boko Haram, but they don't talk about our money. They have not come out. No senator has come out to say that, except perhaps I want to give credit to that man, maybe Shehu Sani, the senator who represented Kaduna at the time.
And the Senator Abiribe.
Yes. Yeah, they don't reject money. It becomes an exclusive club. They don't reject money. And look at, sit down and count how many ex-governors are in the Senate. Ibukula Amoso of the State is there. Sosuan of Benue is there. Akpabio is there. Koje is there from the state. So many of them who are former governors are back in the Senate. So it's a recycling. It's a complete recycling of our money, of our resources. These are people who could not probe each other. No senator will stand up and say that in my state, this is going on. Please put a searchlight there, except for political reasons, not for reasons for the masses. They won't put searchlight on any state for the interest of the masses, except they have political intrigues and fighting between themselves. So by this, it is open to all Nigerians that we don't need a Senate. I am an agitator for no Senate, no House of Reps. If I elected as chairman of my local government, go to Abuja and be my House of Reps member on part-time basis, because you are closer to the local government, you are closer to my community. So the laws they want to make for my community, go and represent us, make the law and come back. Why do we need to follow American system of government when we don't follow American system of social development? We don't follow American system of economic development, but we say we are running presidential system of government. Not presidential system of government that we are running that is too costly. A state government is an network. Go look at the Constitution. When a state government is sworn in, it cannot be charged to court for 4 years, even if it kills. That's the truth. Even if it kills, let him murder somebody, he must be impeached first before he can be prosecuted. That is how rich our constitution is. Now, such a man who is an emperor can make or mar anybody within 4 years. That's why we stand up and demolish anyhow. The houses of enemies are demolished. The houses of political opponents are demolished. So a governor can, and if a governor wants to tell you, I remember a state governor who was asked by a journalist when he was attempting to claim his mandate. A female journalist, when he became governor, was given 500 million as compensation. She ran mad because the governor can make, the governor can turn a millionaire to a pauper in the state, and he can make a pauper to become a millionaire overnight. That's how flexible and rigid our constitution is in their hands. So unfortunately, and these are the same people who have returned to our Senate. So look at the numbers of ex-governors that are in the Senate. When they finish again, they will rest and look for another position. They will throw them as ministers. Go and look at all the leaders. They will leave governor. They will go become minister. They will leave minister, become senator. They will leave senator. Masari was the head of our second highest legislative body in this country, House of Reps, is now the governor of Katsina State. Kayani was the governor of Ekiti State. He became a minister. He's back as governor of Ekiti State. Ibikule Amosu was a senator. He came to become he was a senator for 4 years. He came and became a governor for 8 years, and he went back to become a senator. Ababu started as secretary to the government of Akwa Ibom, became a governor for 8 years. He went back to become a senator. He's now a minister of Niger Delta Development Corporation, Niger Delta matter. So these are a recycling of people in government, stealing of our money stays in their hands, our parallelity of office stays in their hands, everything around us stays in their hands. And those of us who have been to school severally, who have trained our poor parents, we are folding our hands as if we are empty dumpty. We don't have anything in our heads. That is why Nigeria will remain like this, because fresh ideas are not permitted. They are running conventional system of government as they have done it in 1984. So is Buhari doing it in 2021. A Buhari of 1984 was told by a lot of Nigerians that he was in the Buhari was overthrown by Babangida. Go and look at that statement that overthrew Buhari. Babangida told us he's a nepotistic leader. He's a sectional, he's parochial in thought and all that. And that same man is back as the president of Nigeria. So as it was in 1984, so it is in 2021.
Yes.
As long as it remains like that, I am not a subscriber to the vision of Nigeria, but I am subscribing to immediate restructuring of Nigeria. We must run a federal system of government or a confederation where all states, confederation is a confederated nation. The United States of America is a federation, perfect federation. Laws are made by states. States issue driver's license, states issue taxation certificate and all that. In Nigeria, you will pay local government. The state government will appear. Federal Inland Revenue will appear. And you are paying for the same thing. Business benefit charges, local government will bring. State government will bring trade permit charges. Federal Inland Revenue will bring commerce charges. They will just twist the name. Look at it. Trade permit from local government. State will bring trade permit. And federal will bring commerce permit. And same business, on same business. How will business charge in Nigeria? It cannot. Because we are not running a federation and we are saying we are federal Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's not. It's Fulani Republic of Nigeria right now. We are not running any federal system of government in this country. We are running a very sectional system of government. And let me tell you, all these agitators of the division of Nigeria, they don't know what they should do. Before you agitate to divide Nigeria, go and meet your own tribal leader. Go and question them. Where is our money? Before you ask Buhari for your money, go and ask your Yoruba leader, where is our money? Before you ask Buhari for your money, go and ask your Igbo leader, where is our money? Go and count how many billionaires are in Yoruba land. Go and count how many billionaires are in the southeast before you agitate for the division of the country. If Nigeria divides tomorrow, same leaders will still emerge and they will still suppress us. Nigeria today produces the highest rate of unguided youth in the world. If you get up in Nigeria by 5:30, 4:30 a.m., you will see clusters of youth. At every point you get to, idle youths are hanging either on drugs, on concussion, what they call science students, and all that. We are breeding no future for the youth of this country. And any nation that refuses to guide its youth will face imminent threat in the nearest future. Nigeria is sitting on what they call a keg of gunpowder.
You're 100% right in everything you have said, Chief. Yes, Mr. Adodo.
Yeah, I listened to the chief about the presidential system of government as obtainable in the United States. Yes, personally, I don't see anything wrong with Nigeria practicing the presidential system of government, but the way it is being executed. Presidential system of government has checks and balances. All three arms of government, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary in the United States are supposed to be equal, and they are equal to a very great extent here in the United States. That cannot be said about Nigeria. You understand? That's number one. This presidential system of government, our senators, our governors, you are a governor, you retire after 4 years, you collect pension. I'm telling you how money goes. With the fat money that they make, when they after the expiration of that term of 4 years, they go on pension. Some of them, their pension, you can't even mention it. It is mind-boggling. From there, they will run to the Senate, and they will be making their pension money, and they will be making money as a senator. You see where the Nigerian money is going. The governor will be collecting his retirement benefits. Now he's a senator, he's collecting all those benefits. And when he retires, he'll be collecting a pension as a governor and pension as a senator. How can Nigeria progress? How can Nigeria progress? Nigeria is not thinking about its youths. 33% of Nigerian youths are jobless. 33%. You see, that is if you got a throw out to us. It's probably more than that. Graduates don't have a job. They are graduating. They are graduating every day, but they don't have a job. Universities are being created here and there. When they graduate, where are they going to work? Where are they going to work? The federal government is not setting up, is not encouraging businesses. When you want to set up business, Charles, you are quite aware of this. The quarry we have back home. What we've been through, getting to the port alone, you will buy the equipment in the United States. You ship it to Nigeria. When you get to the port, that is when you know that Nigeria is not a country to invest in easily. The custom will be there. the money you will have to bribe everybody. This group will come as custom. They will charge you this. Even when you pay you pay what you are supposed to pay for your goods. When you are about to get out of the gate, somebody else will say, no, you have not paid this. When you get out of the gate, as you are moving along the highway, you have customs everywhere, charging you for the same, for what you've already paid for at the port. They will charge you until you get to your destination. So the money that you really wanted to invest in your business is already these custom officials, police, and other law enforcement agents that are on the highway. They've already collected all this money from you. And the Northerners that are doing the same business with you, they speak their language to their brothers and their sisters who are at the top of the hierarchy of power. And once they come in, they will tell this custom guy, he will speak outside, or he will tell you, oh, so and so, you are allowed to go. The system is not balanced in Nigeria. The Southerners are going through hell. For a Southerner to set up a business in Nigeria, I'm being honest, I've been through it. For a Southerner to set up a business in Nigeria, he goes through hell. If a Southerner is going to spend 100 million naira to set up a business, a Northerner will spend 60 million of it to set up the same business, if not even less. We really have to wake up in Nigeria. When we begin to look at Nigeria, all of us as one, the better for us. People will be able to set up businesses and employ these youths. These youths need employment. The government cannot do everything, but the government has to create an enabling environment for business to strive. When customs officials are killing the businessman at the port, who doesn't have connections at the top, what do you expect? There are so many Nigerians that left United States and Europe to go and set up business in Nigeria. At the port alone, your business is killed. At the port alone, your business is killed. The millions they will be asking for, you won't even believe it. Then when you go to the offices to go and register the business, everybody want to take money from you to set up a business, your business. And when you get to the community, another problem, they will say, give me my own first, give me my share. What share? You will ask them, what share? Hey, you want to set up business, give me my share first. So when you send somebody, because you don't know the people, you don't know the ground, you send a staff, go and do this, they will inflate the price. Something you will buy for 1 million, they say it's 1.3 million. So according to Achino Achebe, he said Nigeria is corrupt through and through. From the bottom, from the top all the way to the bottom. That is why people cannot get a job. The unemployment is high because people are not setting up businesses. Government make it so difficult. The corruption in Nigeria has made it so difficult that it's not easy to set up a business. It is easier to set up business in Ghana. Easier to set up business in Ghana than to set up business in Nigeria. In Kenya, in Paul Kagame of President Paul Kagame of what's the other country? That is the most business-friendly country in the world. Kigali is the capital. What's the name of that country? Where Paul Kagame is president. I remember. So we have to do a total reorientation of our people. Corruption is killing us. We have to wake up. So our people can set up businesses. Because our gadgets are coming up that we are chunking out from all these universities will not be homeless and they will not be picking up arms, to survive. That's all I can say about that. Tunde.
Yes, Mr. Adodo, thank you so much for your contribution. And also want to say thank you also to the chief. We have spent quite a while on the program, and so we have come to the end of today's show. I want to thank all of our listeners and our viewers out there, and for everybody that also participates and chats on Facebook with me that I also respond to. Yes, Mr. Adodo.
Yeah, if you are going to end the show, but it's just one of there are so many companies that are trying to be on the show. There's a young man. He's a DK. DK is a young man. He's a general contractor, 20-something years old, young Nigerian here in the United States, who has a business. He's DK. General contractor. His phone number is 443-248-5066 or 929-257-3516. Again, his name is DK Construction Associates or something like that. You know, his phone number is 443-248-5066 or 929-257-3516. A young man who is very aggressive in business. If you guys can patronize his business, God will bless you. There's another gentleman that just opened a business on Liberty Road. He has a grocery store, a very nice grocery store. The address is 9910 Liberty Road, Southwest International grocery store. It's on Liberty Road, very huge market, and patronize him, everybody. Please, God will bless you when you do that.
Great. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Adodo. It's always good to keep the money within the community and we grow ourselves, so that's a beautiful thing. Once again, I want to say thank you to everybody for participating, for listening, for being part of this program. Chief, we are always grateful for your wealth of knowledge and contribution. Thank you so much. I know it is late over there, but you still take your time out, we take your time off your sleep to come, to be part of the program. We appreciate you. We thank you. And also Mr. Adodo and Mr. Charles, thank you all so much for your contribution, for your participation. We look forward to having everybody again next week, where we shall brainstorm and try to shed light on things that are happening in Nigeria and around us. My name is Tunde Phillips. Thank you so much for being part of this program. You all have a good evening, and please be safe. Corona is still real. Protect yourself from both Corona and banditry and herdsmen. Do the best you can. I would like for us to talk about the Lagos State Governor that they are going to ban all Okada drivers, but that will be a topic for next week. So, Chief, please look into that. I understand that they're going to be banning the Okada drivers soon, because I know that you had mentioned this. It's previous programs that we're having in problem with all these Okada drivers, Fulanis at every junction and all that. And the attorney also mentioned, Attorney Abbas also mentioned, in fact, he was very emphatic about it, that we need to look into it. And I see that the governor is trying to do something. So we'll talk about that next week, when we come on the show. So once again, my name is Tunde Phillips. Thank you all so much for being part of this show. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.
Today's show, we're featuring new music from Runtown, Lagos artist, with his new song, If E Happens for Lagos. Listen to the lyrics, everyone. Make sure you support all the Afrobeat artists that we feature every week right here on African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. Until next week, be blessed.
You never know person. You no shiny eyes. You never see something. You never party go. You never do nothing. Government in a yawa they don't do nothing. That's what you waka. Everybody searching for the answer. Matter. If you ask me, I go ask her. I'm waiting in back. Governor, that is in the federal. The same reason why the rich is getting rich, and that's the reason why Papa sit the trap out. If he happen for Lagos, make it stay inside the Lagos. And I see happen for Lagos, make it stay inside the Lagos. No big man, you never know person. You no shiny eye, you never see something. You never party for go, you never do nothing. Government in a yawa, oh, they do nothing. Gas keep my money low. I ain't some money, gas keep my money low. Cause kitty kata no they win fight. So we bring the fire, brother, me I can't shout. She cause you see me in a Bentley. You want to friend me, just to end me. She know my fans ain't got to bless me. That's when them waka. Everybody searching for the answer. Matter. If you ask me, I go ask her. I'm waiting me back. Governor, that is in the federal. The same reason why the rich is getting rich, and not the reason why Papa sit the trap out. If we happen for Lagos, make it inside the Lagos. And I see happen for Lagos, make it inside the Lagos. No big man, you never know person. You no shiny eye, you never see something. You never party for go, you never do nothing. Government in a yawa, oh, they do nothing.
New music featured right here on African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. That was Runtown. If E happened for Lagos. And again, make sure you support all the artists that we play here on African Voices Radio. If you'd like to get in contact with African Voices Radio, don't forget, we do appreciate your emails. You could reach out to us anytime. Just send us an email to africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Again, africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to advertise on our show, you could also get in contact with us. And if you have some music you'd like featured, some Afrobeat music that you'd like featured on African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, make sure you please send it to us at africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Until next week, family, be blessed, be safe, make sure you wash your hands and mask up. The virus is very real.